We are watching for the possibility of rain, snow, ice, freezing rain, or a little bit of everything as we head into Friday and even Saturday morning. I will have the latest on your winter weather forecast coming up.
Now at 10, it's been 2 decades since the tragic train wreck in Graniteville. How the accident has shaped the town as we know it. Plus, as the second round of storm debris cleanup continues, one city leader says many people in Augusta are still waiting for the first pickup. And construction continues on Broad Street. What you need to know before the next phase begins. It's at 10.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for your news at 10. I'm Graham Lee. Cover Duke Calendar begins as it's been 20 years since the Graniteville train crash. On January 6, 2005, a Norfolk Southern train derailed near Avondale Mills, spilling chlorine gas and killing at least 9 people. More than 5,000 people were evacuated. Today, Graniteville is recovering. Rolls-Royce, Bridgestone, and Maida are expanding, while Better World Studios revitalizes Hickman Hall.
This week, so many houses at Sage Creek. I said, where do y'all work? They said, everywhere. We're in the Army, we're in cybersecurity, we're in medical. So we've got more people coming here than we ever thought we'd have, for sure. I think everybody's biggest pet peeve is getting that grocery store out on Bettis Academy Road. We need another grocery store.
And people nearby say they're hoping incorporation will also be part of their future. We continue now with the latest on the situation with the Wagner Fire Department. Tonight, City Council holding a second reading on the contract between the fire department and the town. Take a look. The Wagner Fire Department is now a step closer to becoming its own entity. City Council voting unanimously to adopt the ordinance that would separate the town from the fire department. This comes almost 2 months after Aiken County Council also voted unanimously to terminate that contract.
My heart really hurts. I'm torn. I'm torn between the firefighters. I'm torn between my citizens. And I just want what's best for our town. I really do.
The ordinance calls for the fire department to run its own operation and will not be the town's responsibility. That means the department would be responsible for all fire equipment, donated items, and any asset purchased by citizens in the area. It would also mean the county would deduct fire fees from citizens' millage rates and disperse them to the Wagner Fire District. But for some, that part is cause for concern.
If they don't get money from the county, they can't afford the fire department. It's that simple. They have to have county fire fees in order to pay the gas, the insurance. That can run $8,000 to $9,000 a year.
Council members making the decision after going into executive session for 30 minutes. The mayor had this to say just before ending the meeting.
We look forward to working with the fire department.
Amen. And this decision is now waiting on approval from Aiken County Council. They will talk about this at their next meeting, which is on January 21st. It is time now for our first check of the weather. For that, we turn to our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci. Jenna.
Well, Graham, it is cold out there tonight, no doubt about it, and it's also very windy. You can see the flag whipping back and forth here in downtown Swainsboro. The winds are just not letting up tonight, and the wind advisory that was originally scheduled to end at 7 p.m. has now been extended for another 12 hours for our western counties from Wilkes down to Emmanuel. Now, keep in mind, that's just because they have a lower threshold when it comes to the wind advisory criteria. All of our counties are seeing similar wind speeds right now, up to around 20 miles per hour sustained, and the wind gusts up to around 30. Right now at 23 in Aiken and Augusta, 27 in Waynesboro, 23 in Swainsboro, and 29 in Sandersville. Today we also picked up on some rain, especially early this morning. We had some scattered showers coming through that brought around 1/4 inch of rain at Augusta Bush Field, and our high temperature actually happened early this morning. So we were at the 60s this morning with the rain, and then once the rain cleared, the temperature started to go down, and we made it into the 40s by around 4 p.m. Right now we're sitting in the 30s, 34 in Louisville, 37 in Swainsboro, McCormick, you're at 33, Augusta at 36, Allendale at 39, 32 in Gibson, right at the freezing mark, and 33 in Lincolnton. So when you factor in the wind, it is feeling as cold as around 21 degrees at the moment in Washington, 23 in Crawfordville. So definitely a harsh wind chill as we head into our Tuesday morning. The temperature change map showing conditions around 10 to even 15 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, and it's all because of this cold front. So this is what brought us the rain today, along with the clouds this morning, and behind it we have the windy conditions, and we were watching some snow earlier today, but we have a lot of dry air moving in, so we're not expecting any snow or winter weather tonight. The main story is that wind, so the feels like temperature will be down to around 22 in Augusta by the 5 o'clock hour, so definitely bundle up tomorrow morning and buckle up because we are on the temperature roller coaster. Highs tomorrow only topping off in the 40s instead of the 60s like we had today. So coming up, we'll have a look at your full Viper 6 forecast, but back to you, Graham.
All right, Jenna, thank you. New tonight, 2 teens are dead after a crash in McDuffie County. The crash happened this morning in the northbound lane of the 4400 block of Highway 17. The teens have been identified as 16-year-old Zimia Bonds and 16-year-old Denisha Granberry were the passengers in the vehicle. The condition of the driver is unknown, and both are from Athens, Georgia. State Patrol is investigating. Well, doesn't Augusta say what about our street when it comes to debris pickup? 3 months after storm cleanup efforts got underway, many have yet to see their first pass. George Escala has the story.
The pile is a problem at this home in Sand Ridge. It's been sitting here for months.
It's kind of devastating. You think us paying our taxes and everything, they would come and assist us better, but it's still sitting here.
Larry Small isn't alone in the neighborhood. Big piles still lining the streets. There's concerns about driving.
You could back out and an automobile could come hit you while you're backing out. So yeah, like I said, it's a whole blind spot.
Commissioner Wayne Guilfoyle wanting to know how many streets are still waiting for the first pickup. So he took to social media to ask the question and received almost 200 responses.
I had 16 people share it, and so I got to find it. That's what I was doing this morning, is writing down all the roads that has not had the first pass, and it actually helps out Sarah's that's here in town picking up debris.
Guilfoyle plans to share with those in charge of the pickup what streets residents say are still waiting on the first pass.
I don't care what part of town you're in. Hit my Facebook and reply if the road ain't had the first pass, and that way it helps us.
Debris pickup is still ongoing. Augusta's debris manager expects the first pass to be completed in a couple of weeks, as many residents still wait for relief.
Either spend your own money and get it done, or wait for the city to take care of it.
Residents wanting to see a pickup in the pace of the pickup. In Augusta, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Well, starting tomorrow, downtown Augusta will see some new construction near Broad Street. Construction will begin between 13th and 15th Streets. Both sides of Broad will go from 2 lanes to 1 lane in that area. If you're someone who lives and or works in this area, you'll still be able to access surrounding areas, but city officials do want the city to know to be aware of traffic delays. Those who work there say they have a plan should delays make major impacts.
We're kind of used to the the construction that's been going on. It's been going on a while. A lot of our repeat customers know that we have a back door to the building, so when you can't get in the front of the building, they usually come to the back, but a lot of people don't know that. So when there is construction, we would like people to know that you can come to the back of the building on Ellis Street, back driveway back there, pull it to the back door.
And you can expect these delays for the next several months, so if you work or live in this area, plan for extra time in your daily travels.
High temperatures will be at least around 10 degrees below average over the next 7 days, and same with our low temperatures. We could be getting down to nearly 20 degrees. I'll have more details with a look at that chance of winter weather when we return.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. we rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we are at our best, we have more to offer the world around us. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Want to get up close and personal with the weather? Request a school visit from Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci today. It's a cool and exciting way to bring the fun and fascination of weather to students of all ages. Or take a field trip to our state-of-the-art studios at Television Park in Augusta. It's an interactive experience your class won't forget. Request a live Viber 6 school visit or studio tour by signing up today at WJBF.com/school visit. WJBF. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viber 6.
Welcome back. It is a cold Monday evening for most of the country. Notice temperatures have plummeted down to 10 degrees there in Bismarck. A lot of teens, even as far south as Kansas City, 21 in Oklahoma City, 40 in Houston. And if you want the warmth, you have to go all the way down towards South Florida, 71 in Miami. So we're definitely on the cold side of things here in town. Our temperatures are right at the freezing mark in Lincolnton, Washington, Crawfordville, Gibson, and Sparta. So it's this northwestern corner of the CSRA dealing with the coldest air, and even our southern line county is still pretty cold for this time of the year. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam showing pleasant, quiet conditions tonight, though, in Aiken. The winds aren't quite as bad there. 14 miles per hour sustained, 36 in a town here, 25 as our dew point. So definitely some dry air moving in. Winds are still gusting up to around 20 to 25 miles per hour, but not like the 35 to 40 mile per hour winds we had earlier today. And as for our satellite and radar, still a little bit of cloud cover on the backside of our front with the snow showers up towards the north. As I mentioned, we do have some very dry air moving in place, so we have no moisture that could bring us any winter weather, but it's just the wind chill that'll be an issue for our Tuesday morning, feeling like around 22 degrees when you're headed out the door. Now that's for Augusta, but some of those northwestern counties will easily be feeling like the teens tomorrow, and even just shortly before we even get to the overnight hours. 22 will be your actual temperature Wednesday and Thursday, 23 on Friday. Even into next week, it is going to be very, very cold, but what we know so far with this Arctic blast is that this is the coldest air of the season from Tuesday to Sunday of this week with the harsh wind chill tonight. The winds will settle down, though, the rest of the week, thank goodness, but then that's when we switch gears and we'll really be focusing on this winter mix possible on Friday. So all last week we were talking about pattern recognition. We were determining if that Gulf low would form, and it does look like, yes, we will have a Gulf low, which is capable of bringing us the chance of snowfall. Then we're deciding if it is more or less likely that we would see this set up, and I can tell you it does look like it is more likely, and now we're starting to pinpoint, is it snow, sleet, or ice? And it does look like there's a chance that we could have a little bit of everything. So the most likely scenario is a winter mix. It's also still possible that if this Gulf low takes a northern track, we could just have a cold rain. So a lot of different possibilities here, but what we do know for sure is that this would be Friday into Saturday morning. I do think the low will take a track sort of in between, so not quite all the way to the north, not quite all the way to the south, and unfortunately that would put Augusta and surrounding counties under a freezing rain situation, maybe some sleet, but we still can't rule out the possibility of snow as well, especially in our counties north of I-20, and it's possible that some of our southern line counties may just see rain here. So that's what we're going with as of now. Highest chance of winter weather will be in our northern counties, best chance of seeing snow there. Highest chance of ice and freezing rain will be in our central counties, and then our southern counties could just see rain here, but everyone at least has a chance of some winter weather. Lows tonight will be in the mid to upper 20s. Highs tomorrow will be in the upper 40s. And here's look at your 10-day forecast. It will be a beautiful next 3 days with lots of sunshine. Low temperatures once again down to 22, high of 50 on Wednesday, but for the most part we'll be in the 40s. Then that high chance of precipitation on Friday, whether it's just rain or that winter mix, and a few showers into Saturday as well. Then drying out and sunny next week and still cold. So even into the third week of January, it's still going to be cold.
Looking at that weather, I can only say one thing: brr.
Yes, me too, Graham.
Well, still still ahead, exactly 4 years since the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Coming up, the Atlanta Falcons ended the NFL regular season narrowly missing the playoffs. Hear from running back John Robinson regarding the offseason in sports.
After careful review of medical for your free quote, call now.
Get the latest from News Channel 6 delivered right to your inbox with the latest headlines from South Carolina, Georgia, and the entire CSRA. Sign up for newsletters today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by Alpha Insurance. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
It's officially the off-season for the Georgia Bulldogs, and they're adding new offensive weapons from the transfer portal, including wide receiver Zachariah Branch. Branch will be joining the Georgia Bulldogs for the upcoming 2025 football season. The Las Vegas native is a 4-star prospect as a transfer, and in 2 seasons at USC, he had 823 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. He also averaged 14 yards per punt return and 18 yards per kick return. Branch says he chose Georgia because of the special culture, the great coaching staff, and brotherhood within the program. Now, speaking of, he'll be joining the team with his brother Zion, a safety who played in all 12 games for USC as a redshirt sophomore. He recorded 19 tackles, 3 pass breakups, and 1 sack. In other football news, Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney announced a defensive coordinator coaching change. The Tigers finished out the season ranked 69th among FBS schools in total defense. DC Wes Goodwin will not return to Clemson's coaching staff next season. Goodwin has been a part of the program for 13 of the past 16 years. Coach Swinney says he'll immediately start the interview process and are hoping to name a new DC coach by the end of the month. And an up-and-down season for the Atlanta Falcons came to a close on Sunday, who just narrowly missed the playoffs. The Falcons started out the season 6-3, but then finished out the back half of the season 2-6. In the last 3 games of the year, they benched quarterback Kirk Cousins, who they paid $180 million in the offseason. The Falcons turned to the rookie Michael Penix Jr., who went 1-2 as a starter.
We have to attack the offseason the right way and understand that, what we have to do is not for, the regular season type of time that we want to go all the way. So, but it all starts with, attacking every day the right way. But yeah, man, it was definitely hard to lose that last game.
And the inaugural 2025 Augusta Athletics Hall of Fame will be inducted on February 21st. The ceremony will celebrate the achievements of those who've made a lasting impact at Augusta University. The event is open to the public. Tickets must be bought in advance. $75 for adults, $45 for kids aged 6 to 17 years old. The deadline for tickets is February 14th. And we are exactly 5 days out from Border Bowl, and tickets still on sale. The CSRA's best high school football seniors from Georgia and South Carolina will play at Strom Thurmond. Kickoff is set for Saturday, January 11th at 1 p.m. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 on game day. Head on over to our website, WJBF.com, for more details. That'll do it for sports. We'll be back.
Sports.com.
And last but not least, let's go to Hollywood and the biggest moments from the Golden Globes Awards last night.
From the red carpet to a first for Demi Moore, here's Allison Kosick.
Welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night. The Golden Globes kicking off with some laughs. I'm scared. Ariana, hold my finger. Host Nikki Glaser roasting some of Hollywood's biggest stars.
Zendaya, you were incredible in Dune. Oh my God, I woke up for all of your scenes. You were so good.
Enlisting Adam Sandler to take a shot at Timothée Chalamet.
Actually, your name sounds like something Adam Sandler would say. Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet. Sandler, can I get a Chalamet?
Elton John even poking fun at his vision problems.
That it's not as bad as it seems, so I'm so pleased to be here with my co-host, Rihanna.
But an emotional night for others. Zoe Saldana crying as she took home her first Globe.
I know that it's a competition, but all that I have witnessed is just us showing up for each other and celebrating each other, and it's just so beautiful.
Brady Corbet had his daughter in tears as he took home his first Globe for his film, The Brutalist.
And my daughter Ada, who looks so stunning in that dress of hers tonight that I'm thinking that this fiasco I got us all into may have very well been worth it.
And Demi Moore, heartfelt as she took home her first Globe for The Substance.
I had a woman say to me, just know you will never be enough. But you can know the value of your worth if you just put down the measuring stick.
Small budget films, The Brutalist and Emilia Perez took home the night's top honors. Wicked took home only one award. And on the small screen, Shogun cleaning up. On the red carpet, Zendaya stunned in an orange gown, but it was her large diamond ring that had people asking if she's engaged to her Spider-Man co-star Tom Holland. And who needs Timothée Chalamet and Glenn Powell after their look-alike contest winners took center stage? No word yet if they'll appear at the Oscars. Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, very deserving all those awards. I actually was listening to Elton John in the car. You know the song "I'm Still Standing"? That's one of my favorite songs of Elton John. So well deserving for these awards, though.
Yeah, and a lot of them seemed really emotional, which
Yes.
makes sense, of course.
Yeah, hard work in the industry, and you know, you have this kind of award means a ton.
Yeah, good for them. Super happy to see all of those awards given out. And this weather is something this week. We have some very cold conditions. It is definitely the coldest week of the year, and it's going to stay that way even into next week. We're going all the way down to 22 degrees for lows, highs in the 40s to near 50. Dry and sunny for now, but then that high chance of precipitation on Friday, where we'll be watching for the possibility of snow, and some rain continues into Saturday morning, sunshine and dry next week.
All right, thank you so much for joining us for News at 10. We continue at the top of the hour on News Channel 6.
And Hogan's Heroes is next here on BTV.